I have some questions on the record before moving forward and concerning the subject matter of the jurisdiction and the nature and cause of the action that's brought against me.
You're not dealing with reality.
Objection, Your Honor.
You can object all day long, but the bottom line is that what you are alleged with doing is a crime, and you are facing criminal prosecution here with a potential jail sentence of 93 days.
And that is a military tribunal.
There is no basis in law or fact for the conclusion that you stated, sir.
Criminal jurisdiction.
You haven't heard what I've said, sir.
Wow. There needs to be a corpus delicti, which there isn't. So I'm asking you.
Do you know any other legal words? Why don't you just mix and match them here?
Well,
maybe you could get a Department of Labor form and read a couple lines of that. Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
And you have an obligation to inform me of that jurisdiction,
which I have done about 17 times.
Constitution.
All right, everyone. Today we've got a wild case to talk about. Have you ever seen a judge cut off a sovereign citizen mid-argument? Well, that's exactly what happened here. This judge had no patience for the nonsense and quickly shut things down. It was refreshing to see, especially since these types of cases often drag on with pointless arguments based on misinformation. It really makes you wonder, how do they expect to win when their entire defense is built on misleading internet theories? But what do you think? Was the judge too harsh, or was it justified? Let's jump in and watch how this all played out.
I get the impression that he may be filing a special appearance on behalf of a sovereign citizen.
Hey, we've got Mr. Myrick back. This is 2500183, People of the City of Berkeley versus Kamash Daku Myrick.
Magistrate, I'm just going to acknowledge my presence for the record. Patrick Agnick. I'm here as appointed counsel on behalf of the arraignment docket this morning. I did speak to Mr. Myrick in private. I did explain to him he does have the right to counsel. I explained to him, obviously, that right. He's indicated to me unequivocally that he does not want counsel. Mr. Myrick, is that a fair statement?
That is a fair statement.
So with that said, I'm here and present, but with that, I believe Mr. Myrick will address the court on his own behalf.
Mr. Myrick, you have the right to decline counsel. You also have the right to change your mind. If you do, just notify the court.
Yes, sir.
You've been charged in this citation that was issued on the 22nd day of January at about 5:58 in the morning with driving in the city of Berkeley on Henley near Franklin Street while your license to do so was suspended. Driving on a suspended license is a crime for which you could be incarcerated up to 93 days and or fined $500. You have a right to a trial. Trial can be before a judge or a jury. You can act as your own attorney or you can be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford to retain your own attorney, an attorney can be appointed for you. You'd have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You'd have the right to testify yourself or not to testify. In the event that you choose not to testify, your silence cannot be used against you. You have the right to be presumed innocent until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
No, sir. I don't even understand the charges here.
The charge is driving a car on the streets of the city of Berkeley while you're not licensed. You're suspended. That's the allegation.
Well, I totally understand, and I would love to plead, Your Honor. But before I have some questions on the record before moving forward and concerning the subject matter of the jurisdiction and the nature and cause of the action that's brought against me.
This guy really just say he wants to take a plea while claiming to be a sovereign citizen? That's a whole contradiction right there. It's like he can't decide which argument to stick with. Usually, these folks are in court insisting the government has no authority, calling the judge a corporate agent, or even complaining about the flag's design. But now he suddenly wants to enter a plea. Does he not realize that admitting guilt means accepting the court's authority? It completely goes against everything sovereign citizens argue. Have you ever seen something like this? Let me know, because this is definitely a first for me.
The nature of the cause brought against you is a criminal charge
Okay.
alleging that you were operating a motor vehicle on the streets of the city of Berkeley while your driver's license was suspended by the Michigan Secretary of State. That is the nature of the charges brought against you.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, are you saying that these are criminal charges?
Yeah.
Okay, Your Honor. Further, that brings a little bit more confusion for me because under the Constitution, there are two criminal jurisdictions. One is under the common law, and the other one is under admiralty, and that's a military tribunal venue. And under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17. Which one of these criminal jurisdictions am I being brought on charges under?
Mr. Myrick, your perception as to the nature of the Constitution and its implications is grossly distorted. You're not dealing with reality.
Objection, Your Honor.
You can object all day long, but the bottom line is that what you are alleged with doing is a crime, and you are facing criminal prosecution here with a potential jail sentence of 93 days. Now, this isn't complicated. If you want to come up with words that don't make sense, keep talking. But the bottom line is that there's no correlation with what's going on here and admiralty law whatsoever. And the common law is a civil concept. We have statutes in the state of Michigan, as do all 50 of the states. The federal courts have statutes, and common law is a civil thing. There's no common law crimes.
Exactly. So you've ruled out the common law, Your Honor. So the other criminal jurisdiction that I can be brought in charges under is under admiralty, and that is a military tribunal.
There is no basis in law or fact for the conclusion that you stated, sir.
Your Honor, you said that I'm under a criminal. This is a criminal charge, correct?
Yeah.
So which of the two criminal jurisdictions?
You haven't heard what I've said, sir. This is not a matter of having the two choices that you have spoken to.
Wow.
You are misreading the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes that are brought against you here. There's nothing to do with admiralty. You weren't in a boat.
Well, Your Honor, you two have a sworn oath of office, correct?
After watching way too many sovereign citizen cases, I've noticed their main strategy is just running in circles, either until the judge loses patience or they end up in contempt wearing an orange jumpsuit. It's like arguing with a GPS. No matter how many times you say, "I don't consent," you're still headed straight to jail. And now this guy is asking the judge if he upholds his oath. What does he think is going to happen? That the judge will suddenly have a crisis, admit defeat, and throw out the case? That's not how any of this works. I honestly don't get the logic behind this movement. It has never worked, yet they all seem convinced they'll be the one to change the system. If anyone in the comments can make sense of it, let me know, because I am seriously baffled by this.
I am sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes related thereto. And that means that I'm not going to...
So you do have a Sixth Amendment obligation to inform me of what jurisdiction.
And I think I have done that. I have told you that the people of the city of Berkeley have brought charges against you.
Well, Your Honor, the people is not a person. If I'm being brought up under criminal charges, there needs to be a corpus delicti, which there isn't. So I'm asking you.
Do you know any other legal words? Why don't you just mix and match them here?
Well, this
maybe you could get a Department of Labor form and read a couple lines of that into this record too. Or maybe you'd like to deal with the probate code. But the reality, sir, is that you've been charged with a city ordinance violation. It's clear what the ordinance says. It's clear what you've been charged with. You have a
Yes,
right to be presumed innocent, and you have a right to a trial. We're going to set this for a pre-trial before the trial. You'll be notified by mail. Do you still live on Mendota?
I do, but I have
What
not.
is your phone number?
I'm not issued a plea, Your Honor.
I have entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
I object.
What is your
Honor.
phone
You
number,
cannot
sir?
enter a plea. I do not. I have not
Oh, yeah, I
entered a
can.
plea.
I just did.
Your Honor.
What is
I
your phone
object.
number?
There is no plea that you can enter in because I didn't voluntarily enter in the plea, Your Honor. I'm asking you, Your Honor,
You want
what
me to enter a plea of
jurisdiction
guilty?
under the two jurisdictions that I'm
There's
being
not two
charged under?
jurisdictions. I
There's
don't know
only
how
two
you've been
jurisdictions
misled
that
to
I can be
believe
charged
that
under
there are.
the
No, that's,
Constitution, Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick, that's what your conclusion that there's only two jurisdictions here is absolutely without merit in
Your Honor,
fact
you said
or
that this is
law.
a criminal charge. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
I'm asking you what your phone number is. Let's get down to basics here. You're making this very hard on yourself.
Your Honor, I
What's
have
your
the
phone
right
number?
to assert my right, Your Honor, and I
What
am
is your
asking
phone
you,
number?
Your Honor.
What is your
What
phone number?
my phone number, Your Honor, is
Yes, I'd like to know it.
Your Honor. We haven't even established what jurisdiction we're in.
We have, I have established that. I told you it's the people of the city of Berkeley that brought the charges against you.
Your
You've
Honor,
said that three times now.
you stated on the record that these were criminal charges, Your Honor. I need to have
Correct.
an understanding. By the Constitution, Your Honor, there are only two
Where
criminal
does the
charges that I can be
Constitution say
brought
you
under.
have to have an understanding?
Say again, Your Honor.
Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
By the Sixth Amendment, Your Honor. The
Sixth Amendment says you have to
the right to
understand. The Sixth Amendment can't make you understand if you're being unreasonable.
But Your Honor, I have the right to understand what jurisdiction that I'm being brought under, and you have an obligation to inform me of that jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Which I have done about 17
by the
times.
Constitution, under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick, your bond is $1,000 cash or surety. It must be paid within 48 hours or there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest.
Your Honor.
That's done. We're through. Good luck.
Your Honor.
Get your own lawyer.
Your Honor, you have not given me a jurisdiction, Your Honor.
I've given you a jurisdiction 4 times. I'm not going to waste any
Your
more
Honor.
time.
Your Honor, I think you there was a disconnection or something.
No, I disconnected you. If you want to continue, come to the courthouse, sir.
Your Honor.
Come to the courthouse if you want to continue the conversation.
I would like to move for dismissal.
I would like, it's not going to be, no.
I would like to move.
You're gone.
She's the beauty we're talking. Oh my God. Oh, we're recording magistrate.
Finally, a judge who isn't entertaining the sovereign citizen nonsense. This was honestly so satisfying to watch. More judges need to take notes because too many let these guys waste time with their ridiculous arguments. But not this one. He straight up hung up on this guy twice. That was legendary. I even had to pause for a moment just to take it all in because I've never seen a sovereign citizen get shut down so fast. This guy really thought he was about to outsmart the legal system, only to be completely ignored. It's almost funny, until you remember he did this to himself. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to spin this into some excuse, claiming the judge was biased or emotional. These guys love playing the victim the moment their fake legal theories fall apart. But let's be real. Judges don't throw out cases just because they've had enough of someone's nonsense. If anything, this guy just made things worse by proving he has zero respect for the court. What do you think? Does he have any chance of avoiding those 93 days? Or is he just digging himself a deeper hole? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I post every day, so stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.